Welcome to Astro Venture, the DSLR astrophotography channel.
Hey there, Astroventures. Welcome back. If you're new to this astrophotography channel, my name is George, and this is the astrophotography channel for DSLR and mirrorless camera bodies combined with the lenses we already own and a simple star tracker like the Skyguider Pro or the Star Adventurer. Well, it's that time of the month, new moon weekend, and so let's go over some targets here that I suggest for February of 2023. So getting started, this is going to be heavy on Orion constellation targets because Orion is getting ready to dive south. It will begin this process next month, and right now we're at the end point of where it's still sitting high just before it starts to dive. So let's take a look here. Now this one here, I have these targets highlighted through, and there's a lot going on here. Of course, there is the Orion Nebula itself, and the Orion Nebula paired right next door to the Running Man is an outstanding beginner target, virtually any focal length, from 50 millimeters wide all the way up to zoomed in at 500, 600 millimeters to fill the frame around that. It's just a beginner-friendly, easy target. No need for an Astro modded. So right off the bat, Running Man and the Orion Nebula. I want to tell you to jump on those two. Now, another great target for you in this constellation area is going to be the Flame and Horsehead. However, the Flame will stand out a lot more than the Horsehead, but this one does lend itself better towards cameras that are Astro modified, but not absolutely needed, but it does make life a whole lot easier. Again, this is a nice large target, and shooting this one 300 to 600 millimeters on a stock camera will work, but Astro modified is preferred. Now let's push for some harder targets here. In the lower right here, you'll see the Witch Head Nebula. Now the Witch Head is a reflection nebula, and it's catching light off of Rigel. And the Witch Head, that is a tough one to get. I mean, tough. I went after that a few times. You truly want some dark skies for that one because although it's a reflection nebula, it's not reflecting much. But once you get it, boy, that's one that pays off. It is well worth it. It is a nice, large target, much bigger than the Orion Nebula and Running Man put together. So on this one, I'm going to suggest somewhere around 200 millimeters would be great. But you're going to want hours and hours and hours, and the more hours you can put on the Witch Head, the better. It's a tough one. Now, let's jump over to M78, Casper the Friendly Ghost. This is also another reflection nebula. It is actually the brightest reflection nebula in our Northern Hemisphere night sky. And with this one, you want reach, lots and lots of reach, 600 or more, and you factor in with crop factor. I've shot this one up at around 800, 900 millimeters, and it's still a pretty small target, but it's blue. It doesn't require Astro modified. It's just small, so it can be a tough one to be going after. Additionally, Barnard's Loop. If you wanted to shoot the Orion constellation wide, 50 millimeters, and again, this does lend itself better towards an Astro modded, but not absolutely necessary. You could capture all of these targets that I've said and Barnard's Loop, which is a hydrogen alpha gas arc that goes around the constellation. And so now, again, another great target to go after. Let's take this a little bit further, and we're going to take a quick peek here in a little closer at that Casper the Friendly Ghost M78, the reflection nebula. So as you can see here, I've got it showing. It's a pretty small target. You can see I'm zoomed in pretty good. I apologize for all the clutter on the screen. Could have done a little better with that, but you'll see where it's located. Here's the third star of the Orion's belt, and then just up and above is where you'll find this one. But it can be a tough one, and it is small. Okay, let's see here. Moving on from there. Throwing out there a harder target for you, we're going to take a look at the Angel constellation. Now, the Angel constellation is over here to the side of the Orion Nebula. And you'll see Orion over here. You can see the belt of Orion, and then the Angel is over here. This one here, you don't have to do it with a Astro modified, but it will help. It is a small target. It is a colorful target, but it's definitely our challenge target because of the fact that it is small. And here you can see it a bit bigger. It kind of reminds me of a smaller, lighter version of Rho Ophiuchi. I know I'm probably saying it wrong, of the constellation Scorpio near Antares. But it looks like a smaller one there. This is the challenge target. Thinking about going for that one myself tonight. So you've got that target there. Now, to close this out for the month, I'm going to flash some screenshots up here for you, going from the 17th of February through to the end of the month of the 28th, February 28th, of where Comet ZTF is each night. This will be my last update on ZTF, but this will show you where it is each night. So there you have it. Those are the targets that I'm suggesting for the month of February 2023. I encourage you, get those Orion targets before they're gone. There's a lot of color in there, a lot of larger targets for you. And the Orion Nebula is particularly friendly to beginning astrophotographers. And if you do capture something, we would love to see you over at Astro Venture DSLR, our Facebook group. Love to see what you're shooting. And if you did like the content that we're doing here at Astro Venture, please consider liking the video, smashing that subscribe button, and joining us as we grow this channel. Until next time, I wish you clear skies, uneventful nights, and I'm heading out now to my local dark sky park. I'm going to see if I can't capture that Angel Nebula.